From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back on this Thursday evening. We are in Charlotte Motor Speedway. We have a special race for you guys. We are honoring our heroes. So we did this on the truck series on Tuesday, and you will see a lot of paint schemes out here that are customized to say thank you to the vets and service men and women that allow us to do this. I've got myself, Jake Emery, and Brandon Bowie in the booth tonight. Brandon, what are you thinking?
Man, well, first, I want to say I'm happy to be here in Charlotte. Looking at these beautiful, beautiful paint schemes that we got going on, and man, there are some beautiful looking ones out here. But yeah, it's it's all about the honor our heroes race, and we're gonna go out here and watch and see what these guys can do, see if they can put on a great show tonight.
That indeed, we will definitely have a great show. We're having some situations with their stream, so bear with us as we get through it. I think we got it all under control at this point in time, but that may change, so keep that in mind. Anyways, we are still practicing. We haven't hit qualifying just yet. Are we going to talk to the guys tonight? I think we started a little bit late. I think we may just get qualifying here shortly.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to go ahead and fortunately won't be able to talk to these guys this time. Due to our technical issues, we weren't able to get on in time. But hey, look, that's perfectly fine. We could definitely, we'll talk about them and talk about how their beautiful paint schemes during the race. So it's all good. It's all good.
All good, yes. And again, we'll bring it up. Honor our heroes tonight, which is going to be really cool. Really cool to see on the track. On Tuesday, we had one of our own vets that's running a truck out front, and we paid tribute and respect to him and also his fellow mates that he was in combat with. And it's a special tribute. It's really cool that we do this. Everybody at home, we're happy that you're here, and we just want to say thank you again. Now, what do we got? Another minute or so. We're going to get into qualifying. Same names up there in practice. Mark and Brandon and Nick Litz, Timothy Moore. Good time so far. Qualifying always changes. So, Brandon, it's up in the air. This track is tricky. Charlotte, you don't want to burn your tires up too soon. And I think I saw a little bit of that on Tuesday. I don't know if we'll see that tonight, but that is key to winning a race here in Charlotte.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with the race is going to be going from late afternoon to night, so the track is going to change, temperature's going to change, grip level is going to change. So, but you hit the nail on the head. Being able to kind of get through the field or kind of starting out front and not burn up your tires is going to be key. You got to be able to have those tires at the end. These boys are only going to have 4 sets of tires tonight, so at some point there's going to be some tire saving. When maybe the stage ends, maybe you don't come in, maybe you stay out, or instead of taking 4, maybe you take 2 in order to kind of preserve maybe another set of your lefts or your rights. So strategy is going to kind of be all over the place for a little bit, in my opinion, probably until we get to the full dark. Once we get to the full dark, I think we'll really see the players and see who's going to really be able to go for it.
Yeah, you're right. And this race is going to go into nighttime, so we're going to get the lights on. It is still some daylight as they're practicing, but that will change. We will see the track temperature change. And what I heard and what I saw on Tuesday is guys were burning up their right front, and they were running through the corner. So I don't know if that's going to be different tonight. I really don't. These cup cars act completely different than the trucks, and maybe they can manage it a little bit better here at Charlotte on this track at this evening. But we shall see. 30 seconds left until they're done practicing, and then they're going to have to put on their big boy pants and go qualify out there. So it's gonna be fun to see what times they bring.
Yeah, and qualifying is going to be key. If you can qualify up front or probably within the top 5, I think you got a great shot of still possibly winning stage 1. Because that's going to be the first goal. Win stage 1, get those points, and then kind of reset and go for stage 2. So, if you can qualify up front, great. If you don't qualify up front, it's not the end of the world. You still got plenty of time to make up. So, it looks like qualifying has ended. So it looks like, practice has ended. So we are going to get into qualifying here.
Yeah, first car is going to be out there on the track, getting their times in. One thing we want to bring up tonight is the stages. We got some stages. Long race. Stage 1's 20. Stage 2 is 50 laps, and then we got the final stage at 90. So that's going to play a big factor in this race at Charlotte for how long this is going to be.
Yeah, the stages is the first stage is with 20 is a little on the short side, so we know for sure that they can make it on fuel for the 20. As far as the second one, which is going to be about 50, might be a little bit closer. Whether they can or whether they can't make it, it's kind of up in the air. Now from 50 to 90, we're pretty confident those boys are gonna have to pit. So, it's all about, like I said, in the first couple of stages, it's gonna be about going after it, trying to see if you can get that stage win, get those stage points, try to rack up as many points as you can. And then toward the end of the race, it's going to be, you're in for the long haul, trying to save your tires, trying to be there at the end and try to go for it.
Yeah, and for these new guys this year, the tracks that we had earlier, we won't have as many laps as we will tonight. So that may change their strategy and kind of mix them up because they're not used to being out there for so long. I'd like to see these guys make the right decisions tonight and work their way up to that top 10, top 5 position. As we got some qualifying times coming in right now. Matt Smith with the pole at this point at 30.6, and Timothy Moore right behind him, and then Michael Lamphere. So that's our 3 qualifying times as we see it, but that will change.
Yeah, so a lot of times with Charlotte here, it depends on what your settings are. So as far as, a lot of these guys are probably going to try and hit their fast lap on their second lap. But some guys will be able to probably hit it on their first lap. Looks like Mark Whitley, since he is leading qualifying right now, looks like he was able to actually hit that so far. The 30.424 was actually on this first lap, which it's pretty quick. It's pretty sporty. So it'll be interesting to see if he can, look like he's coming to a line now, see if he can run a faster lap here, and he runs a little bit faster. Got a 30.40 flat. So yeah. So back to the top of the board for now.
Yeah, he's sitting at the pole. 30.4 flat is going to be the time to beat right now. Jesse in the 84, looking at him at P2. Brandon Fetter place and Timothy Moore. You know what, Brandon? We gotta give credit to these paint jobs tonight. These are amazing. Some of these guys that are honoring the heroes paint jobs, they are just great to see. They've done right, man.
Oh, for sure. Hey, look, they had an assignment. Go get some beautiful looking paint schemes that are able to show our honor for our heroes, and they did it. They completed the assignment. So, shout out to all the drivers that were able to get that done. And it's not really easy. You gotta, sometimes you have to go out there and you gotta find a painter, and you gotta use your real money and go pay them to paint, some of these beautiful looking cars. And then sometimes you have, your own painter. So you try to do it yourself, and it might not look as good, maybe. But hey, look, you took the time, you did it. You're out here and you're showcasing, the honor for our heroes. So no matter how it looks, anything with that you're able to honor our heroes and give thanks to that, I would say they all look beautiful to me.
I agree. It's a respectful tribute, man. And again, thank you for being here tonight. Drew in the 48, now at the pole, just beat out Mark. Look at that number, 30.396. Wow. I don't think that's going to be beat tonight. We have a few guys left here qualifying, but that, my friends, is the time to beat. A couple other guys. Yeah. What was that, Brandon?
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, and it looked like we're riding with the 51 of Larson now. He's going to try and see if he can better his lap. Let's see where that puts him. 14th. Not probably where he wants to be. Probably doesn't want to be in the middle of the field, but that's what we got. Mr. Diamond looks like he gonna be 19. Now I know he has a paint scheme. I'm not sure why it's not coming up. So sorry about that, folks. We'll have to see if we can figure out what's going on with that. But I know he has a beautiful looking paint scheme as well. So yeah, so we have to see what's going on. But now we're gonna ride with Ryan Dunkelberger in the number 26 Chevrolet here. And
That is a beautiful car.
Yes, that is a mixture of our military front end and the unfortunately I can't units, sorry. Units sponsor.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that. Even at the USA on the front of the hood, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, that is a good look there. Oh,
No.
touches the wall.
Ah.
And Brandon, we just had to talk about the paint scheme, and then he goes and messes it up. But that's okay.
Well, I can tell you what, the boys back at the shop are not going to be happy.
Yeah, not happy at all.
They got to go back, tear that side off, re-wrap that side, and then go back out there and try to get it done before the race.
He's going to try to go back out there and complete a lap so he can get a time for qualifying. I'm not sure if he's going to get it in or not, so we shall see here.
Well, unfortunately, he was already on his first lap, so he's really only going to get one lap to try and get it done now. It'll be interesting if he can get up to speed. I mean, he might be able to still go after that pole. I mean, you never know. As the qualifying goes on, the track temps start to come down a little bit. It's going to be difficult, but we're going to take a ride and see if maybe he can get it done.
Absolutely. And I bring this up to, Brandon, where do you want to start out on a track like Charlotte? And especially, we got such these long laps and these long stages. Do you want to start right out front, out of the gate, or do you want to work in maybe the back of the pack and work your way through? What is your strategy on this track?
I mean, Charlotte is a difficult track to pass at, and if I'm being honest, I probably want to start up front, as we see a very that was a hard hit. Yeah, and just to kind of update the folks at home, 24th. So yeah, that him touching the wall kind of threw away that whole qualifying attempt. So frustration, but it's funny because you had just asked about whether I want to start up front or start up in the back. Looks like the 88 Fleming pops up to third. Good run for him. But to answer your question, I mean, starting up front is great. It's kind of where you want to be. It's like I said, it's hard to pass. So if I can start up front, great. But if I, am Dunkelberger or a Joe DeVede or a Michael Lamphere who is starting in the rear, looks like a whole bunch of people are starting to qualify now as I'm talking. But if I had to start in the back, then I had to deal with a lot of those guys, trying to pass them and everything. So that allows me to kind of save my tires and not have to worry about stressing out of trying to hurry up and get through the field. So I think either way, I mean, you're gonna have to save tires and manage your race as a whole. But it's not the end of the world starting in the rear, but it's definitely more difficult than starting up front.
Absolutely. One guy you want to look out to. He's on the track right now, I believe, qualifying, and that's Frankie Barroso. He will probably put up a good time here, coming off a couple big wins this season. He will be one driver out here to look out as he qualifies here. He's sitting sixth.
Nice. Yeah, good solid lap for him. He won Pocono and was able to, lock himself into the playoffs. So, now for him, it's either going to be just try to go out there. Is that all I can say? Trophy hunt, or see if he can build off the momentum and see if he can, rack up the top fives and top tens in the wins and see if he can get himself prepared and ready for the playoffs. It's, the playoffs is still quite a ways away, but it's never too early to start preparing for it.
Yeah, earlier the better. You want to get those wins right out of the way so you know you're locked in. Some of these guys are just fighting for as many points as they can get. So stage wins matter. Top 5, top 10s, however you want to look at it. But we know some of these guys in the back, middle of the pack, they want to get a dub right now. They want to get that win moving forward so they can put themselves in a position to win a championship. So we're wrapping up qualifying. I think that's it. And we are going to go to the grid here shortly and get the race started. Before we do that, we are going to take a quick break to thank our sponsors, and we will be right back with some fast action.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Hello. On behalf of Wheels America, I would like to thank you for joining us here on the Wheels America Racing Network on YouTube. And with that being said, let's get these playoffs started. Drivers, start your engines.
All right, we are back live in Charlotte. These guys just got done qualifying, and they are on the grid as it sits right now. In P1, in the 48, Drew Drua got the pole. In P2, Mark Whitley. Next up, 88, Matt Fleming in P3. Jesse Nikula in the 84 got that 4th position. Joseph Mealy in the 39 in the 5. And then we got Frankie Barroso in the 12 at 6th spot. Nick Litz in 7 in that number 4. Brandon Fetter place. 34 got the 8th, P8, sorry. Timothy Moore in 9th in that 74 car. Brian Tagg wrapping up the top 10 in the 99.
And then we have Julio Velo. And I'm gonna butcher that. I'm gonna butcher. It's my own teammate, and I can't say it correctly. That's bad. Julio, my man. It's gonna be P11, the number 78. Number 25 for Andrew Phipps is gonna be P12. Number 87 of Jamie Graham is gonna be P13. Number 55 is Thomas Meeks is gonna be P14. Number 5 Anthony Williams is going to be P15. Number 32 of Nick Biddy, P16. Number 75 of Joshua Sobo, P17. Number 16 of Edward Marshall is P18. The 51 of Josh Larson is P19. And rounding out the top 20 is the number 9 of Nick Silver.
All right, and that's going to wrap up the top 20. Everyone at home, thank you for joining us tonight in Charlotte. We are honoring the heroes, so when you guys see these paint schemes on there, that is just representing respect to all the vets, to the men and women in service. We want to thank you. We appreciate your service, and this is just a dedication to you to say thank you again. We're going to do a couple laps here, and we're going to go green. Brandon, this track is going to be wild.
Oh, absolutely. It's and like I said before, with the weather changing, it's gonna take a couple of different changes, and we're gonna see some people go to the front. We're gonna see some people fall to the back. As you can see, some of our men and women who are actually first responders or part of the military or Air Force or our heroes are actually, one of them is sitting next to the pace car, so thank you for their service. But yeah, I think the first thing is we gotta keep an eye out is the track temp and the weather. as far, and then going from night to and going from day to night. I think that's where you're going to see the majority of all your changes, and you're going to see a lot of comers and goers, and you'll see who's good and who's not good and not so good. Maybe need some work. So I think you're going to see a lot of shuffling going on through this whole race.
Yes, we will. And as you see that car out front there, kind of just giving you an idea of what we're trying to do tonight to pay tribute. Some of these drivers in the Cup, and I believe in the truck as well, are vets themselves. So this is a special deal. It's a cool that the league puts this on and honors the heroes in a race like this on sim. But man, couple laps left, and the green flag will go, and we'll be live here at Charlotte. And gonna be a long race, but it's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of action, nonstop for sure. The truck series was wild. I know this Cup race tonight with these guys and these drivers in these cars is gonna put on a show for you.
Absolutely. So, it's going to be interesting to kind of see, after the stage one, what these drivers, have in store, or what they kind of have, what their mindset is. When you go into, like I said, with stage one is only 20 laps. So it's going to be quick, and, these guys, these laps are going to kind of fly by. So, you don't need to pit for fuel or anything like that, but maybe if you're in the back of the pack, maybe you come in 2 laps short of the end of the stage and try to maybe top off and maybe flip-flop and be able to kind of lead maybe some laps, while everybody else pits, if you could stay on the lead lap. So this will be interesting to kind of see how this goes. Of course, this is going to be a longer race because of the specialty of this race. So that's why we have 3 stages instead of our normal 2. Or I should say 4 stages, I guess. But they're lining up, and the pace car, they're coming out of 4. Pace car is about to pull off here.
Absolutely. And we'll get back to that 77 car. That was a great paint scheme. We'll touch base. But right now, the pace car is off, and we're about to go green in Charlotte, and we are underway here in Charlotte. Real looking like he's getting a good jump there in the 48. Mark Whitley chasing him on the outside. Good clean racing so far as these guys are pulling away. Matt Fleming and Jesse, and then 84 trying to chase him down.
Look how hard these drivers, these guys are driving. That tells you how they know how important it is to lead these laps and how important it is to try and get out to the lead. These guys know it's only 20 laps, so like I said, it's going to be quick. You got to be able to make the moves, you got to make the passes, and you got to go, because once the stage is over, that there goes your possible stage win. So it's only a lap. We're on lap 3 now, so we'll see how much more aggressive these guys get.
It's going to be a marathon for sure, and this is nothing new going on with Mark Whitley pulling away early on. 48 now chasing him down in second, side by side in the back. Pretty amazing to see these guys jump ahead so fast. They've got they've got the track figured out early in this race.
Oh. The leader just about wrecked it coming out of 4. What an amazing save.
A good save by him.
We had to see if we can go back and look at that again. That was absolutely wild.
We'll take another replay at that. What happened here, Brad? Oh, Mark got
so it looks like he touches the apron. It's a little loose out there for those boys.
Got on the gas, got off, and then saved it and almost lost it again. But good driving by Mark. Man, that could have ended the day early for him with 5 laps down.
Yeah, hey, look, I said these guys are racing hard. they are going for it because, like I said, it's a short stage, and they know that it's going to end quickly. So, if I'm the car on the outside of Whitley right now, might be just a little nervous because I don't know if he's still loose. But the 84 looks like he's holding on. So
he is holding on. We got quite a big pack in the middle here as we're looking at him, trying to fight through to get to him. Doesn't look like it may. Oh, an 84-7 contact. 84's in the wall. Big wreck. Couple guys involved. 39 as well.
Oh, they're still wrecking. Oh no! No!
Oh, that 39 looked like he had it saved and no problems. Joseph.
See if we can figure out what in the world happened. So looks like we're gonna take a ride and see if we can figure out what happened here. Oh. Okay. Oh.
I think that's going to be a harder hit than it looks up top here. Joseph is still touching him in the back and then gets loose. Can we get a view from the back to see if anybody else got involved there? We're going to take it back a few here. We're looking on with Brandon 6, and we'll see if we can get some views from ahead and exactly what happened. Checking up. Brandon does a good job of avoiding that.
Wow. Crazy. Vince, all within 10 laps. That was just crazy.
Yeah, it's we wish we could go caution free for the first stage, but this brings out the first one. We're going to end this first stage at lap 20. So when we go green, we are going to have about 8 to go. We shall see. 48 now up front. Mark Whitley right behind. And then we got the 88 of Matt Fleming in P3. Brandon, is this surprising to you, or?
Yeah. Well, let me clarify. The accident is a little surprising. But the aggressiveness from everybody, no, that's not at all. Like I said, 20 and 20 laps is going to come fast. I mean, they're already, what are we on, lap 9 already? So that gives you, when they restart, maybe 8 laps to go, 7 laps to go. It's unfortunately with the way how the stages are, it kind of promotes the aggressiveness sometimes, especially with it being this short. But at the same time, it puts on great racing. So I'm not surprised. A little surprised about everybody getting kind of loose this early in the run, but that just shows you how hard these guys are pushing.
Yeah, as we saw, Mark, he almost got loose in the number 1 spot. So it can happen at any corner. You're right, though. Stage 1 is very short, so these guys are trying to get points as fast as they can. Some of these, Edward Marshall in the 16, he started grid 18th and now is at 9th. He's making a good push. Brian Tagg in the 99, he started grid 10 and now he's sitting 5th. Some guys to look out for in the stage 1. They're getting aggressive and trying to make it through the pack, and they just might.
Okay. Yeah, man. If these guys, man, look, if we thought that they were aggressive now, I can only imagine how aggressive they're going to be with 8 laps to go. Oh man. As far as the incident, I did want to comment on that, and it was kind of unfortunate. it looked like, with the 7 and the 84 kind of getting together, they kind of, I guess, spark the initial situation. I think it was just basically two cars basically coming together. So I don't really think anybody was really, at fault. That's probably more of a racing deal in my personal opinion. But after that, I'm not sure what Millie was doing when the 39 was running into the back of the 84. So I'm not sure on that. But looks like a couple other people got collected in it, so it kind of sucks. But yeah, so we're looks like those boys are choosing now, and we'll see if see what they can figure out.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because we see this happen. It seems like every week where there's a lot of involvement in the back when they're checking up or wrecking, and we have more people involved than I think personally they should be. I feel like we need to calm it down, right? Stage 1, yes, get the points, but we need to back it up. We need to look down further in this race and say, hey, it's a long race, it's a marathon, right? It's not a sprint, so let off a little. Just be safe and survive. But as they're choosing now, Drew is in the P1 behind Mark Whitley, Matt Fleming, Frankie Barroso, Brian Tagg. That's going to be your top 5. I believe Drew picked the inside lane as Mark's going to start out up top in the second spot. So it's going to be fun. Going to be fun to see this restart. But Brandon, what do you think? What do you prefer? Which lane? You want to start on the inside or you want to start on the outside?
Man, with as slick as this racetrack is right now for these guys, I mean, probably would prefer the bottom. That way, if I do get loose, I don't have to worry about, really autocorrecting into the wall. And we'll kind of get back to that as the pace car has pulled off. Looks like these boys are about to go green as they go into the restart box, and they are green now.
We got one guy in the back. It looks like he's spun. Is that going to bring out the caution? I don't believe it is just yet.
Oh, no, it was 2 cars.
As they're trying to figure it out.
Let's see if we can figure out what happened here. Let's see, coming to the green here. Oh, it's big checkup. Just check up. Big check up there, and looks like the car. Unfortunately, I couldn't see who that car is right there. Looks like, so charge balance and Robert his song. Looks like Robert just couldn't. I'm sorry, charge balance. Didn't check up in time. Unfortunately, ran him over. Which is an unfortunate situation because that's a restart. And there's no caution. So we're gonna continue on. These boys are racing hard up front still. Looks like Drew is still leading the pack.
14 laps down, and he's still out front now. Mark Whitley looks like he's gonna get past.
Oh.
Matt Fleming trying to make the move on the inside. See if he can do it here.
Yeah, gotta be careful. Don't want the same thing from before. Oh, he is tight on him.
Good racing there. We got Mark right behind. Or excuse me, Nick. Nick in the 4 right behind.
I did that. These guys just make me so nervous. Yeah, they racing so hard. I feel like, just in lap 15. I mean, we just saw what happened that brought up, well, not initially bring out the caution, but what kind of sparked it. But
yeah, I tell you, Brandon, at Charlotte, if you're going that tight, that wall is coming up quick, and it's easy to hit. I've raced this track plenty times, and I will tell you that wall will sneak up if you're not careful. And they're doing a good job right now. 16 laps down. They're battling back and forth.
And I mean, and like I said, I understand. These guys are the stage is coming up, and I mean, I guess if I'm in the car, maybe I'm not even thinking of, oh my goodness, and oh no, somebody took to the wall on the outside.
That's a hard hit, man.
Oh, looks like Jesse Graham. Right. Oh, they're still wrecking.
Slow it up, check it up. We got the caution out. Nope, Green
No,
flag.
still green.
Still out.
Okay. We're going to have to go back and look at that because that looked like a massive, massive hit there.
That car's got to go back to the pits. I don't know how he's going to stay out there.
All right, see if we can figure out what happened here.
Does he just get loose and go straight right, or did he get touched here? Did he get tagged?
Oh no, he got loose.
Oh, just got
he did
loose.
get hit.
Yep.
Oh no. Well, I can tell you that's a broken toe link. Oh, yeah, it looks like they were trying to avoid him and got some evasive action there, but looks like all good. Doesn't look like any damage from that.
No
Man.
damage, and as they're crossing here, 19 laps down, and our first stage is going to be a wrap here at 20. Drew in the 48 out front. No one's touching him. Mark Whitley and Matt in that number 4 car, or excuse me, Nick in that 4 car trying to catch him. They're single file now.
Yeah, looks like they're woo. It's tight racing back here, and the top 20 cars are all over the place.
All right. And that's going to be it for stage 1. Drew Drua in the 48 gets stage 1, the win. Congratulations to him. We will go down there and have a word with him here shortly. Man, Brandon, you weren't wrong. A lot of action in that first stage. You called it.
Man, I and like I said, it's just because the stage is so short. So everybody is kind of threw caution to the wind and just like, I gotta go for it, you know. And like I said, if I'm in a car, I probably in a sense probably doing the same thing, but maybe just a little bit on the cautious side. So like I said, it's too early to get damaged, and getting damages early in the race. I mean, it's such a long race, you know. So you want to have a clean car and a car that is still capable of going out there and winning. So, you know, but for the most part, these guys put on a heck of a show for 20 laps. You know, got some cars that kind of beat and banged up, but you know, we'll get those cars fixed up and go back out here and try it again for stage 2.
Yes, we will. And stage 2 is going to be ending at 50. So 30 more laps after this, and we'll go green and see what happens for stage 2 as they're coming into the pits, going to make the adjustments they need to do to get back out there.
And now the question is going to be what they choose. Are they going to take 4? Are you going to take 2? You only ran 20 laps, but was that 20 hard laps? So
I think that's hard laps. If it were me out front, the way they were racing, I think I'd take them all. But Brandon, what do you think?
Ah, man, I'm ooh, what a heck of a battle coming out of pit road. But yeah, I will answer that question when we come back. I'm gonna see if we can get our stage 1 winner. See if we can get him up here. Drew, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey man, congratulations on your stage 1 win. A little hectic out there. How's the race going so far?
Yeah, I mean, that first run before we got the caution behind me, you know, we were doing good. We kind of just conserving the tires as they battled behind me after Mark got loose in front of me. I really would have liked it to gone green there just to see how the car would have felt in the long run. I wasn't really pushing that hard, but I was pushing as hard as I could to stay with Mark. But yeah, I mean, we kind of just conserved until they got pretty close, and then we started pushing a little bit. But interesting. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen here with these guys who I believe took 2 tires in front of me. So we'll see.
All right. Well, congratulations on your stage 1 win. Question for you real quick. Are you going to change your strategy for stage 2? You got 30 laps, a little bit longer. Is your strategy here going to be changing just slightly for stage 2?
I think it's going to change. I was kind of conserving my tires, especially that first run. with Mark, but I think I'll probably save a little bit harder than I was the first time. I knew after we got that caution that it was going to be pretty hard that I was going to have to run. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how these guys on 2 tires pan out, because that might affect my strategy later on in the race.
Well, congratulations on stage 1 win, and good luck to you rest of the race. We'll get back with you later.
Thank you.
Well, Brandon, it's not really a surprise to what's going on, but you know, the strategy's real. This race is a lot longer than any race we've seen so far, so it's gonna be give and take. Some guys taking 2, some guys taking 4. It'll be fun to see at the end of how the results pan out. But congratulations to him for the stage 1 winner. We got some changes up front when we start stage 2.
Yeah, and it looks like we're gonna see these guys make their choices on the choose cone. Wow. Well, somebody's gonna grab a whole bunch of spots on the bottom because quite a few people went to the high side. Which actually is interesting. And I guess, unfortunately, we don't know who took 2 and who took 4. I guess we can maybe try to see if we can figure that out. But if I am taking 2, I'm probably not going to take the high side. You have to carry so much more momentum to try and pass the guy on the bottom that more than likely you're going to get loose, or you're going to spin the tires coming off the corner. If you're on the bottom, it's a little bit safer. Like I said before, if you do get loose, you kind of can just try to hold it to the bottom and try not to wreck the field. But I don't know. I mean, Drew had made some good points. I'm kind of nervous. If I'm him, I'm nervous for the guys that are around him on 2 tires. It's gonna be wild, man. This restart, these guys are about to really get it.
Yes, sir. And we change up a little bit. So our top 5 right now at this stage 2 position: Matt Fleming in P1, Nick Litz number 4 in P2, Frankie Barroso in the 12. He's sitting at P3. Drew Drua now sit a little bit back in 4th, and we got Mark Whitley in 5th. As the pace car comes off, I'm not sure if we're going green yet here or not. I think we're holding it for 1 more lap. Just trying to regroup after that stage 1 finish.
All right, yeah, it looks like there's some issues in the back. Look like somebody was supposed to be getting the EOL, and look like some people were having some problems passing him. Not really sure what was going on, but yeah, looks like they're trying to get that figured out. So we're gonna run 1 more lap, and hopefully we can get going green after this.
Yeah, as we will. You want to make it right. You want to get it right before we start this stage. AJ, can you find some of these cars? Again, we're here honoring the heroes, and as we take a look at some of these paint schemes, they are beautiful to see right there. It's a great look, man.
All right, so right there you have Matthew Fleming with the Marine Corps. Then you got his teammate right next to him, Frankie Barroso, repping the police. Nick Lights, it looks like he's got the Coast Guard. Yeah. Let's see. Mitch Diamond. Wish we had a better shot at it, but they're American Badass Racing anyway. So there's the 51 of Josh Larson with the Air Force. So that looks like a dope scheme. Thomas Meeks. Looks like he's got paramedics, which I know a lot of them. I work with a lot of them, so shout out to all those wonderful people. Let's see. I was going to say, I hope we're not going green while I'm doing this. But guys,
nope,
so far, who has your favorite patriotic scheme right now?
Ooh.
I like that units car.
Well, let's
Really
go take
do.
a look at that unit's car. Is that Dunk? It is Dunk.
Yes, sir. That is Dunkelberger.
Yeah, he does have a good-looking car. I love that American salute right on the front. I love the camo too, but if I really, really had to pick one, I gotta go Nick Lights. You know, I know it's Coast Guard. I know there's a lot of fun that goes into teasing some of the Coast Guard guys, but one of my buddies that just came back from the military was in the Coast Guard, so huge shout out to you, Paul. Yeah, if he ever watches it.
Hey, shout out to Paul. Hope Paul's watching. Hope Paul's listening.
Well, now I'm gonna text him and be like, you need to go to like I don't know, 51 minutes and like 40 seconds. I got a shout out for you. But guys, take it away. You're doing a great job, and thank you everybody for supporting our heroes.
Well, thank you, AJ, behind the scenes doing his thing, coming in, saying hi. Shout out to everybody as the pace car's off, and we're going to start stage 2 here at Charlotte, and they're underway. Different name out front, Matt Fleming in the 88. Your P1 guy.
Yeah, it looks like these, the top 4, top 5 are trying to get single file. Looks like they're just trying to get away. Again, looks like Whitley is going for it. They're gonna put him 3 wide. Nope. Okay.
A little easier on this stage 2. Checking up just a little bit, but they're trying to figure it out. Mark's in the back of the pack trying to work his way up, but these guys aren't letting it happen easy.
Yeah, they're actually holding on a lot better than I thought they would with the 2 tires. But maybe they really haven't gotten up tip yet. And like I said, for me, I would probably just be tiptoeing around them. These guys, especially on 2 tires, you kind of really don't know what to expect right now. As the track temp drops and the sun goes down and the temperature is going to put more grip into the track. So you'll probably see more 2 tires strategies as the night gets darker. But for now, these boys are putting on a good show so far.
Yeah, I love to see it. I love to see it here at Charlotte. 3 wide right now. Talk about action.
Looks like we got a pass for the lead. Drew Jua back to the lead, I think. Yeah, back to the lead.
He's back in front. What a great pass by Drew, man. Right when you think he's behind and he's going to fall back a little bit behind Mark, he's not letting Mark get in front at all. And as Mark comes back, trying to take that lead, they got a battle going on. He is in front now.
Yeah, but I think Drew is kind of doing what he said in that when we interviewed him. He's kind of just letting Mark kind of just going out there and kind of just letting Mark do his thing. If Mark wants to drive hard or whatever, then more likely he's just gonna let him. He's gonna follow suit. So, the goal looks like for Drew is to let Mark burn up his tires and hope that he comes back and be able to pass him and hopefully win another stage. So, not a bad strategy from either one of those boys.
I was just gonna say that. You took the words out of my mouth. Not a bad strategy. Drew's hanging in there. I mean, if he wants to make that pass, he's gonna push it and try. But you're right, hanging back, saving the tires. This is a long stage 2. As we're on board with Drew right now.
Yes, looks like he's doing pretty good. And yeah, he's smooth. I mean, a little bit of movement coming out of the corner, but I mean, if you're gonna save your tires, that's what you got to do. You got to try to be smooth and try to be, can't be hard on the throttle, hard on the brakes, stuff like that. You just got to be nice and smooth and slowly but surely save those tires. And like I said, hopefully, before the end of the stage, he's there. He got to lap 50 to get there, so got quite a bit.
Yep, stage 2 ends on 50. So 3 wide as I'm looking at it here.
Oh. And these guys are getting a little bit more aggressive.
I'll tell you what, though, stage 2, clean racing. They're making good passes. You can't get mad at this right now. This is good action. 25 right there, looking like he's going to make a pass on the inside.
Yeah, it looks like for the most part, I mean, there's a couple side by sides, but for the most part, it's a little single file. For the front side, if you start going toward as as the camera switching, now we see the 75 and the 66, and the 66 and the 78 going side by side. But this is, I mean, this is about where guys are kind of minding their P's and Q's and being, just allowing them to kind of get it together and kind of get in the groove, I guess you should say. But as we fall back to looks like we're running along with the 2026. We're back in 20th place. These guys are side by side by side. And none of these guys want to let anybody go. So looks like there's some hard racing back here.
They are not trying to give up the spots. Racing clean, 36 laps now in stage 2. One guy I want to talk about, though, if you look at the number 9, Nick Silva, he started grid 20th. It is now sitting 7th, making his way up there. And there's a pack of these guys. You got Edward Marshall in his 16 as well. He started 8th and just made a pass. Now he's P4.
Strategy. I mean, that's what it's all about. And like I said before, it's about being there at the end. Starting in the back, like I said before, is not the worst thing in the world. You kind of missed out on the possibility of getting stage points in the first stage. But with this stage being so much longer, or not so much longer, but longer, it allows you to try a couple of different things. So these guys are making the move up front, and they're trying to set themselves up for some good points in stage 2.
Love to see that. Brandon 6 as well. I don't know if you had just spoken about it. 24 spot. Now he's sitting 3rd. He's in the 66. That's one guy you never want to count out. He's always creeping there in the back, trying to make his way up to the front.
Yeah, the 66 is usually for the most part is fast at a lot of races. I kind of talked to him as my teammate, so this is not one of his strongest tracks, but it's a good track for him. So I can see him probably soon going up there and trying to battle for the win. Oh my goodness, there's some contact I was just hearing. Sounds like a little bit further back. Looks like maybe between the 26 and another car. I didn't catch the car who he touched. Well, it looked like the 26 and the 11. It looks like it's all green. Looks like everybody's good. Single file, and everybody's just trying to move to the front.
10 laps to go, and then we're going to end stage 2. So far, 0 cautions in this stage 2. We have been green the whole time. Great racing as we see another pass right here. Does he get him? I think that's the number 34 car.
And 34 car was caught up in that incident before. Don't know if he got much damage from it. Kind of hard to tell, being that he pitted and this is in the back. So be interesting to see if he can get back up there. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, the 55 got loose there.
Contact. They keep it clean though. Still green here.
Yeah, it's actually my apologies. I didn't realize the 34 was actually a lap down. So, right now he's gonna do what he needs to do to try and get his laps back. And like we said earlier, it's still a long race, so he's still got plenty of time to get it done. But thankfully, for him, he's probably feeling, well, if I was gonna get into an incident or accident, rather have it early than happen later on in the race.
Yeah, it looks like we got 34 Brandon Fetter place, a lap down, and then Charles Balance in the 41. He's 1 lap down. Those two battling, trying to get back to the lead lap. So see what's going to happen there. We want to say thank you to everyone watching on YouTube, Wheels America Racing Network. I see the chat, so give your call out. We got Matt Fleming race fans going on right now, and Brandon as well. Appreciate you being here. Vander and the number 21. And Sorrell and 27. Shout outs in chat. Thank you guys. 43 laps down here at Charlotte. We're getting closer to stage 2 as we have now Mark Whitley in the 7 out front. And Drew, Chase, and Mark has made a run and saying goodbye because he's got about, I don't even know how many car lengths. I can't even count them.
Yeah, so it looks like he has about 1.3 seconds, 1.4. So it's a good margin. I'll say that.
That is going to be a good margin.
Looks like some good battles between teammates here. The number 25, Andrew Phipps, and the number 9, Nick Silver. Again, and these guys are just trying to have solid finishes. Going up there and winning the stage is great. But if right now your car maybe not handling the best right now, then you just sit back and just try to get the best results you can. And that's what it looks like these boys are trying to do at this point.
Absolutely. Julio in the 78 and Joshua Sobel in the 75. Joshua started grid 17, now looking 6. It's amazing to see these guys starting the back-to-back, working their way up to in stage 2. We've only got about 4 laps left. It's going to be fun to watch in the final stage to see where those guys end up because, man, Mark Whitley and Drew, they are going to be hard to catch. Those two are out front. Interesting. I didn't think they'd pull away that hard, but it's happened.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's on the shorter side of the stages. So these guys are more than likely just pushing it. They're not really saving tires or saving fuel or anything like that. So I think that's part of it. But I'm gonna give you guys a little nugget. The positions from 3rd to 11th all started outside of the top 10, and they're sitting in the top 11. That goes back to what I was saying before, where it's not really that big of a deal if you start in the back of the field. Oh my goodness, and there's a big wreck. We are under caution.
Let's see if we can take a look at this wreck as they still are banging and bruising. Slow it down, boys. That is too bad to see. We got a few of these guys involved. Nick Litz in the 4 started 7th, and now in 20 seconds looks like he's going to get into our first caution in stage 2. Excuse me, he was in 9th. I apologize.
It looked like he was trying to avoid. I don't know who that was in front of him. It looks.
Yeah.
Oh! What? Did nobody? Wow. Okay. Wow. That's usually I would say that's a great heads up, but for those folks that didn't check up, that would be that would be a no-go. That's not good. That's not good at all.
How many times are we going to see cars get involved after the caution? Usually it's the guys that are wrecking that are going to be having issues with the cars, but it is just wild to see.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna ride Pasoko and see if we can figure out. So that they see it and they just.
He got hit behind.
He got wrecked from behind, but I mean,
I think we still got damage going on ahead of this.
Yeah, it looked like the 3 lost a wheel. I can't tell if that was actually what happened. It looked like the 3 lost a wheel there after his incident. So
5.
Wow.
Anthony Williams coming in strong here. All right, let's see if he makes contact. He hits it. Yeah. Go on board on the number 5 and see what he was looking at here. On the gas, he sees smoke. They're wrecking. Tries to go out.
He is slowing down, but I don't know. That still seemed a little late to be slowing down. I mean, I don't know. That's
It's easier for us to be in the booth and look on board and say what you should have done, but
yeah,
man.
Yeah. So that was actually the I believe that was the end of the stage. So we are going to let's see if we can try and maybe see if we can get the talk. Cause we already talked to Drew, so it's a possibility maybe we can get Mark Whitley or EJ Marshall. See if we can get one of those in here. Let's see if we can get one of them.
Hey, Brad, I think we're going to get EJ in here.
Hey EJ, it's Brandon in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, man. What's up?
Hey man. Being that with the stage end, congratulations on having a good result. I couldn't say stage win. You didn't win the stage, but you know, good job out there. I know you started way in the back, but you know, you made your way up front. So tell us how the race is going so far for you.
Race is going good. I think I got 2 fourths for the first stage in that stage, which is solid points for stage points wise. Ain't too bad. Got to do a little bit of tire saving right here. I know it's about 45 laps before stage 3 ends, but I think we got a good piece, and we just got to keep it together and be there at the end of the race.
Right on it. Hey, quick question for you. You're at the start of the pack now as this final stage starts. You feel a little more comfortable up front than you were sitting in the back early in stage 1?
Well, a comfortability, yeah. I know stage 1 was a short 20-lap dash, and I knew I had to make some moves to get to the front pretty quickly, so I didn't get caught in any bullcrap. So made my way up to 4th right there, stage 1, and I think I can ride around right here in top 10 and be pretty comfortable.
Right on. Well, good luck to you here at Charlotte, and we will talk with you later.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Brandon, are we going to bring anybody else in here? Are we going to bring in the stage 2 winner?
I don't think we're going to be able to grab him. Might have to see if we can maybe grab him at another point, because pace car is ready to rock and roll. The lights have turned off.
Right. Well, hey, you know, stage 2 wasn't too bad. That was good racing. Just at the end, while they're trying to push and get some final passes in, we had one caution. But we're on final stage 3, about to go green as this pace car pulls off here shortly. Exciting at Charlotte, Brandon.
Yeah. Stage 2. I did not expect that ending. It was kind of unfortunate for those guys who got caught up in that. But you know, for the most part, the stage 2 was actually really, really good. Some nice green flag passes and some 2 and 3 wide. So, you know, this stage is a little bit different because you know, I think they go to
Gonna go
90.
to 90. Yep.
You know, so they got a long run here. So there's going to be some tire saving and some fuel saving. So we're going to see what they can do.
Let's see what they can do. They've already picked their in line and outer line. Mark Whitley in the 1 position, and we are green for the final stage in Charlotte. Second, I pull it.
All right, look at these. Another clean restart by Mark Whitley there. Like some. It looks like they're side by side. The first side by side is for 4th place, like from what I can see here. But so far, it's clean. Good run by everybody so far.
Absolutely. I was corrected. I forgot as well how long this race is going to be. We got a lot of racing left. We're on lap 54 of 140 right now. So holy smokes!
Yeah, we're here for the long haul.
I love to see it. This is going to be fun action, though. You know, the last stage was great. As we continue here, Mark and Brandon battling out 1 and 2 spot.
So it looks like I said, I mean, so far so good. Good racing. Looks like 16 making the pass on the 78 of Julio. You know, teammates right there. So I'm pretty sure the Julio is kind of giving some give and take, and Unfortunately, it looks like he left the door open for the 75 though, but more than likely Julio could be, on that tire strategy. He could be just trying to say, you know what, hey, go ahead. You're faster. I'm just gonna stay up high and try to save my tires and save some fuel and kind of see how things shake out.
Yeah, as we see Matt Smith in the 54, he started 22nd, now in 10th. Matt Fleming dropped back a little bit. He started 3rd and sitting 9th. But like you said, maybe he's trying to give a little break on the tires. Maybe he's trying to take it cool and take it easy so he can try to get this stage win.
Yeah, Matt Fleming is actually the one who won the race last season, so he knows how to win here. Actually, I'm sorry, let me correct that. He won the last 2 races here at Charlotte, so he obviously knows what he needs to do. So that's probably somebody we need to keep an eye out. He might be trying to go for the 3-peat.
A lot of single file racing in this stage. Seems like they've calmed it down a little bit. Everyone's being a little more cautious.
Yeah,
Did you expect to see something like that? I mean, it seems like everyone's single file. I don't see a lot of bunched up packs.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, with this one being a longer stage, yeah, I mean, I think these guys have eventually are going to kind of get into a rhythm, and looks like that's what they're trying to do. Looks like it's the top 9, 10-ish cars there. Yeah, sorry, trying to hurry up and count really quickly, but yeah, it looks like it's the top 10, give or take. It's just single file, and they kind of understand, what their plan is, and for the most part, it looks like they're just trying to ride. They're trying to save the tire, try to save a little bit of fuel. Gonna try and stretch this fire as far as they can. Come down pit road, take either 4 or 2, and then at that point they're probably gonna go for it and try and see if they can get a stage win. But it's still a long run. Caution can throw a wrench in that whole plan. It's just gonna be a matter of if these guys are gonna play nice.
Yeah, and I think you're right. We're going to see a lot of these guys just trying to figure it out and ride it smooth until the end of this stage, as you're seeing it right now. A little bit of passing right here on the inside, 24.
Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of wobbling going on in the back, but they're trying to keep it straight as much as they can. The next person we talk to, I'm gonna have to ask how the track conditions are changing, or if they have actually changed yet, because as we saw at the beginning of the run, we saw several people get loose. Mark Whitley got loose. I think Millie got loose as well. So I know from previous experience running in the truck race this past Tuesday, I unfortunately got loose, and after getting loose, kind of got tagged by Millie and turned into the wall. So it was it's about what they were kind of going through. I'm wondering if it's the same thing, but no, with the sun going down, again, like I was saying earlier, the weather's changing. The track temp is definitely changing. I think we're down to 94 degrees. I think we start off about 99, I believe, or somewhere around that range. So the track temp should be changing. So it should be giving these guys a little bit more grip. So more grip equals more aggressive racing, which I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm all about it. I like the aggression tonight because we've got aggression, we got aggressive racing, but we're racing clean. We've had a couple cautions that were minor and they were in the back and things happen. But man, this top 10, this top 15 is putting on a show so far, and that's what we like to see. We've had some issues in previous tracks, and maybe that's the track condition and the guys just trying to figure it out, and they were spinning and stuff like you had spoke on Tuesday when you got loose. But tonight, clean, good, solid, competitive racing, and in the booth it's fun to see. We've got a long race ahead of us, so we want to keep that caution free and see all the action tonight. You're right. So what time do you think we're gonna get dark here? Right?
Yeah,
I don't know what time it is, but it's good. The sun is coming down.
Yeah, so as of right now, it's 8:34 sim time. So right now, it's not fully dark yet. I mean, the sun is definitely down behind the stands. So you can't see anything. As I'm hearing, there's a car in the wall.
Yeah, Josh Larson touched it into the wall actually. Just touched it. No damage there. It feels like he's still battling.
Yeah. Looks like he's good. Maybe just kissed it. Maybe just a little bit. He just has to be careful coming out of the floor, because if you kiss that wall, it's a kiss of death. So don't hit the wall coming out of the floor. But the back to the statement I was stating is, with the sun going down, I expect the track grip to come up, and then you're gonna probably see these guys running a little bit faster, which could create some more loose conditions depending on what these guys are feeling. So I don't know. But I love the night racing here at Charlotte. I've always loved it. It's always put on a great show. Hopefully another 15-20 minutes we should be fully dark, and we can see what these boys can do.
Yeah, I'm a fan of a night race. I like the lights. I always think the cars look that much better under the lights. So that's my opinion. But hey, one guy, Kenny Real, he started 30th, sorry, and now he's looking at 15th position. Kenny Real, the number 11. He's doing a great job as we're halfway in this stage.
But we are halfway in the race, sir.
Halfway in the race, yeah, I apologize. My stages are all messed up for how long this race is. I'll figure it out here shortly. But yeah, Kenny in that 11 car. Is he one of the few drivers racing the white wheels? I don't see too many of them.
Yeah, I would probably say he's probably the only one racing the white wheels. I don't usually see him racing in the white wheel, or anybody really racing the white wheels, because honestly, white wheels get dirty really, really quickly. So, but this is a simulator, so he doesn't have to worry about washing them or anything. So why not?
Well, they look good tonight, so we'll give him a little shout out. He's battling with the 39, Joseph, right on his tail. I think Joseph has dropped back quite a bit here. He's losing some position. But
I wonder if it had something to do with when he got some front end damage from his caution toward the beginning of the race. So it's a possibility. Kind of might have messed up the splitter a little bit, or messed up the front bumper, or pushed it in. So it's a possibility that it could be little arrow damage. But for the most part, it looks like he's still trying to go forward. You never know. He could be just trying to save tires and save fuel as well.
You know what we haven't done, Brandon? We haven't picked our driver. We usually circle a driver, and I feel like we're kind of overdue. You think it's time to pick one?
Oh my goodness, there's some. And I just saw somebody get really loose in the background there. You're absolutely right. We have not picked a driver. Well, I don't know who. I don't know. I still feel like it's too early. And every time I pick somebody, I feel like they just end up having a bad race. So I don't want to jinx anybody. But I don't know. Probably somebody that I probably would have picked the. I don't know.
Well, I'll let you guys.
You are just taking too long this evening. You're flabbergasted.
Here you go, guys. I'll give you a little more time, Bowie. I'll give you a little more time, and I will pick the guy that I'm thinking that is gonna stick it out and win tonight. And I'm gonna go to our fourth place driver, and that's Mr. Andrew Phipps in the number 25. He's already up 8 positions over the last 10 laps. He's within a tenth of our leader in lap times each one of those laps. So I'm going to take the 25 of Andrew Phipps. He's running consistent lap times, and he's already plus 8 positions from where he started this race tonight.
Boy, you're on to something there, AJ. I don't have that much detail, but I got a guy. If you could go to 75, Joshua. I think that's the guy I'm going to pick tonight. 75, Joshua. So he is in 5th position.
Oh, look like maybe some boys are starting to pit now.
Uh-oh.
Like I just heard somebody on the radio.
Yeah, EJ Marshall and Nick Biddy.
Yeah, looks like EJ Marshall and Nick Biddy went down pit road, so it's starting, boys and girls.
It is
Pit
starting.
strategy is starting.
Now, Brandon, you better pick fast because you're going to have a big advantage here, maybe.
All right, I'm going to pick the 2-time winning. Oh, and they're wrecking it.
And now you've done it. You have waited too long, Brandon. You are not picking anymore. Tell me you weren't going to pick him.
No. I actually was going to pick.
Ooh.
Wait. Oh man, I was.
You were?
I was gonna
That's
pick
the
Matt
biggest
Fleming.
broadcast curse ever.
I would never do that. I'm sorry, Matt.
They're gonna listen back on this one and be very upset with you.
I literally was gonna say he's gonna go for his 3-peat. He's won 2 in a row. He's won back-to-back races here. The last 2 times we've been here at Charlotte. I was thinking he was gonna do it again.
That is unfortunate. So I guess, Brandon, real quick here, the caution just came out. We had guys pit. We had 2 guys go into the pits.
Yeah.
Does that throw them off? What's the strategy when that happens?
Well, first we need to figure out if EJ and Biddy win a lap down. If we can figure that out really quickly, and I'm getting word from AJ that they did not. If that is the case, then they are going to shuffle out to the lead. And it's a great strategy.
That is a huge strategy there, man. That's just the way it works, I guess.
Yeah, but again, we still have. I mean, we have to go to lap 90. I'm gonna remember these stages, I promise. We have to go to lap 90. So we are on lap 78. So by the time we restart, it'll probably be 81. So depending on if Edward took 2 or 4 or no tires, it just depends on the strategy. It just depends on what he was able to do. But it looks like he's getting past. So he might not have.
They going to the back now?
Well, let's see if we can figure that out.
Some insides there, and then try to figure out what's going on with those guys. Again, I'm not gonna mess this one up. This is not the end stage. We're gonna go till 90 and then go all the way until final checkered flag. So we still got a ton of racing left. Mark Whitley, Andrew Phipps, and Joshua in 75. The guy I picked, top 3 right now as it sits. Frankie Barroso, Timothy Moore, and Joseph Mealy wraps up that top 5 and 6 as they're changing a little bit on position, but that gives you a good idea where these guys stand here in Charlotte. Big shout out to our sponsors, guys. We appreciate you guys all. Wheels America, Admin Box, Flim Dogs, Units, Moving Portable Storage, the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. Go check them out. And a big shout out to Harpoon Designs. A lot of these cars have used Harpoon Designs on their Honor the Heroes cars skins. Also, Young's Auto Body for all these junk cars. Check them out too.
Pretty sure you'll be seeing some of these bumpers will be at the front front garage door.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Oh, what a great race, Brandon. This has been fun, man. Charlotte is providing. We're getting nighttime. The lights are out now, and I'm happy. This has been a great race.
Yep. This is look. it's usually told that the freaks come out at night. I don't know what freaks are really in the race, but if there's some freaks in the race, they're about to come out.
I better be careful. Maybe freaks come out in the booth, but that's just me. I mean,
But no, I mean, look, these guys are about to go to another level, and they are going to. It's about to get really, really aggressive. We're gonna have what, 8 laps to go. Man, it's about to get interesting.
yes, it will. Number 8, Robert Hassong. He's in that 23 spot. He started 23rd. He is now 14th, kind of in that middle range. Kenny Real, he started 30th, now in 12th. Great to see here. A lot of drivers started in the back of the pack and working their way up. One guy that has been pretty consistent the whole time, Mark Whitley in the 7. Last week I called him, he's a dog, he's a fighter. He always finds a way to get to that front. He started in 2nd and now in 3rd. Nothing's changed too much with him.
Yeah, these boys are. As I'm listening to the race chat, it's getting a little feisty, but yeah, I mean, like I said, these guys that basically started in the back and worked their way up to the front, an amazing job by those boys to be able to kind of put their head down, focus, get to the front, and stay up front. I mean, that's not an easy thing to do. So, looks like the pace car is about to head off here, and like I said, we're about to have an amazing shootout.
8 laps down. And we are going green again here in Charlotte as they're taking off. Andrew Phipps and Brandon Six. Little bit of checkup out front, and we've got some damage in the middle of the pack. Multiple cars involved. That will bring out a caution. Robert Hassong, it looks like he's going to be mixed up in this one. I think this is going to be a case of a big checkup. He went right.
It looked like he gassed it up, and then it started to cut hard to the left, and then he kind of got back in the throttle again, and then that was it cut hard right. So as you can see there. So unfortunately, a couple cars got taken out and got collected in that. 34 unfortunately got collected again. Geez, he's just wrong place, wrong time for a Feta place today. But
was it a wrong gearing, you think, or was it he just got loose?
I don't think so. I mean, they're not going fast enough to.
Kind of what I'm thinking, though. It just seems like it'd be hard to get loose that quick. But so I think we're on board now. Let's take a look. Back it up just a little bit.
So it looks like. Yep. Now I am wondering if he took 2 or 4. 2 tires on this long of a run is going to make you very, very loose on a restart.
I was guessing I'd say 2, but we will get back to you on that.
And looks like I did go back and look, and looks like that was a 6 to 7 second pit stop. So either he took no tires or he took 2.
Yep. Well, we still got the leaders up front here, and 83 laps down. Man, we're doing so good.
Yeah. I mean, the race is still great. Like I said, when at night, it's when all the crazy stuff comes out. When the freaks come out, according to Michael Jackson, and when the drivers jump over their heads, that's when they come out as well.
So guys, just think about it. The darker it gets, the cooler this track gets, the more grip these cars get, the faster we go. So if you thought the first 80 laps were intense, you in store for the next 60. So guys, just throwing that out there. This is your AJ segment for this caution, so take it away, boys, back in the booth.
AJ, we always appreciate some insight from you. Big thanks to you for what you do in the booth as well, behind the scenes. A big shout out to Steve as well. Man, it's been a lot of fun up here so far in Charlotte. Long race, but a lot of action. And Andrew Phipps, Mark Whitley, Brandon Six, top 3 right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, and those guys are putting on a clinic, right now. I mean, these guys are. It's like I said, it's about to get. Let's see who is more aggressive, Mark Whitley, Andrew Phipps, or Brandon Six. That's what it's going to come down to try and win this stage. Because if you don't throw it in to turn 1 almost full throttle, Mark Whitley or Brandon Six is going to take that away from you. So Phipps is got to choose. When he does his choose lane, he got to make sure he chooses the right lane. And then gotta get a good restart. It's a combination of things to try and win this stage, but it's I'm ready. I'm excited to see what happens here.
As they're racing up front to try to get the win. I mean, look at Frankie there. Don't count him out. You got Joshua, my guy, who I picked in the 75. He's back there with Joseph in the 39. I mean, these guys, they can all make that move if they're battling out front. It seems like all these guys have a really control with the car tonight, and they might just have more control as this race goes on, as the track cools off. And that will make for an exciting end of this race, man. Even though the tires may get old, they still are going to have a lot of control over these Cup cars.
Yeah, I mean, like AJ said, I mean, it's fully dark now, or pretty close to it. Yeah, not fully yet, but it's pretty close to it. So right now you're pretty much getting almost max grip out of this track right now. Track temp is down to 92. So it's come down maybe a degree or two. Actually, I'm kind of surprised the track temp is still that hot, but we just saw what happened to the 8 car of his song, how easy it is to spin the tires. So these guys have got to watch that as well. So it's about to get feisty.
Absolutely, and as an aggressive driver, I mean, you'll say, I'll say that all day. Mark Whitley is an aggressive driver. Does that help you out down the stretch as an aggressive rider? Does your car get tighter? Does it get looser? What's the advantage? I mean, some of these guys that are kind of laying off, trying to hold back and make a pass, maybe that will help them out.
I mean, with the way how this is coming out and how this is going to shake out on this short run, being super aggressive is the way to go. But as and going in at the end of this stage and then going into the next stage, that's kind of like in the middle. You kind of want to save your tires a little bit, but you kind of want to go as well. So I don't know. I'm glad I'm not in this position right now, because I really wouldn't know how hard to drive. But we're about to find out. Pace car's off.
That pace car is off, and we are going to go green again in Charlotte. And there it is. They're off. Good restart, it looks like right now. Andrew Phipps in the 25. Out front, big jump, 66. Brandon in second, but Mark Whitley in third, pulling right behind. Single file, touching the wall. Couple guys touching the wall. They kept it clean. We're still green.
I'm handing with Jonathan Wright, tagged the wall a little bit, but all good so far. It's still green.
All good so far.
All right, coming down to it.
Six making the pass. Now he's in the front. Can he hold it off for the end of this stage?
Saying, like, it just depends on how aggressive you want to be. Between Six and Whitley, I mean, those are probably the two most aggressive guys in the league right now.
Would not like to see Whitley in my rear view with only 2 laps left in this stage.
No, I don't think Whitley's going to catch him.
I don't think he is either.
I mean, he would have to throw it in there.
Nick Silver battling.
Right in there. Oh, it's tight. Tell you what, though, it's hard as I don't know what to see two blue cars with two neon numbers. Don't know who was who.
I believe that's Joseph and Nick Silver, and the caution comes out. That's going to be the end of this stage.
So I reckon at the end of the stage.
Well, looks like he's going to get sideways here. Checking up, big check up there by the I don't know what that is. I think it's the 26, maybe.
Looking like I heard that Frankie said that there was a car that he thought was getting loose, so he checked up, and that kind of checked up the whole field. So, yeah, yeah. Yep. As you guys can see it there, it's just reacting to the 9 and the 39 kind of coming together, and Dunkelberger unfortunately goes for another spin. I would probably say that's his 3rd spin of today, unfortunately. But I mean, he's still in one piece, so he still has a chance.
Still alive. Unfortunate, but Brandon Six, congratulations, gets that stage win. We're gonna bring him in and talk to him, AJ. All right. One moment here. They're still gonna roll around the track here, and they're gonna go into the pits, make their changes. As you see Brandon entering now. Brandon, do you think, what's he going to do here? Is this you get full tires?
Yeah, here okay. you get your 4 tires. Let's go ahead and set yourself up for the long haul. Again, you go from 90. We're gonna probably restart with probably about lap 95 or so, and go all the way to 140. So it's interesting. Brandon 6. It's also Brandon in the booth. You got a copy?
I do. How's it going, fellas?
Not bad, my man. Congratulations on your stage win. It looked a little crazy out there. Great pass to pass Andrew Phipps for the lead there, or a couple laps ago. Tell us how the race is going so far.
Yeah, just taking it easy coming to the field. I kind of messed up my qualifying, so started pretty far in the back. But now that I'm up front, kind of just taking care of the tires when I can. I think I got a little work to do. Mark, I think, has a little better short run pace than I do, but I think I got him in the long run. So kind of hoping we stay green here, honestly. So see how it plays out.
Real quick, congratulations on the stage win there. The sun's coming down. The track temperature's cooling off. What do you feel on the track right now as that sun is gone? What's the car feel like?
As it cools down, it's definitely getting tighter, which makes sense. You're going faster, so you're kind of putting some more weight on the right front, which is heating it up quicker. It's just making it really hard to turn once you get later and later in the run. That's eventually how I ended up passing Whitley. I was able to protect the right front and kind of do my thing.
Right on. Well, congratulations. You're out front there now, and good luck to the rest of the race for you.
I guess.
All right, we're going to try to also get Mark Whitley, so we couldn't talk to him before, so see if we can get him on. Hey, Mark Whitley, it's Brandon in the booth. You got me?
Gotcha.
Hey, man. Congratulations on your stage 2 win. Sorry, we had some issues and we couldn't get you during that point, but again, congratulations on your stage 2 win. Tell us how the race is going on out there. Looks a little crazy.
Yeah, it's a little crazy. Trying to just stay up front and keep the nose in clean air to help the tires. I know that last long green flag run we had, I was taking it pretty easy, but I think Brandon backed it up even farther, and right there at the tail end of it, he started catching us a little bit, and we all of a sudden it just fell off a cliff. So might try try to do a little bit something different, try to make sure that right front stays on there. But I think we're in a good position. Going to have to pit at least one more time, so we'll see what we can do.
Right on. Hey, Mark, real quick, you've been one of the more consistent drivers out here. You were sitting in that top 5 the whole time you started in grid second and grid 2. Do you feel like you have a good car out there right now? You getting run on these drivers?
Yeah, I think we got it pretty good. These cars are so aero dependent when you're side by side. I mean, you can get a run on somebody coming off the corner and they can just hang on your left rear and it'll act like an air brake out there. So you're gonna have to try to clear somebody when you go to pass, because if you get side by side, you're just gonna slow each other down and let whoever's in front of you get away. So the main thing is just gonna be trying to clear on the pass. If not, you're gonna be side by side for a little while.
Really well. Good luck and good driving so far, buddy. Have a good rest of this race, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you.
Well, Brandon, they are comfortable. No one has had any fear so far, and the sun is down. We're coming to an end of this race shortly. A lot of laps left, but still, man, this is where they're going to turn it on. And you've been talking about this the whole time, Brandon. This is where the action starts.
Yeah, this is for everything. So, it's going to be a matter of, getting out there and saving your tires, saving your fuel. Don't burn up your stuff. When you pit, make sure it's a great pit stop. Don't mess up. Don't lose any spots. I mean, there's tons and tons of pressure on these boys. But guess what? Pace car is off. Gotta do it one last time.
Here we go. Gonna go green again in Charlotte. And the green flag is out.
Great restart there by Chris Vanderplas.
Yeah, that's a new face out front there. Chris Vanderplat in the 21. Looking strong as ever as they go 3 wide right now. And 6 now in second. Edward Marshall, 16th. He's in 3rd and right behind Mark Litwey. Brandon, am I seeing this correctly? We got Chris up front in the 21. He started grid 33?
Yeah, that is correct.
Smokes.
Yeah, it looks like he's starting to fall a little bit here, so I'm not sure the strategy that he made on that. Possibly a no tire strategy. I mean, that would be pretty brave to do, but maybe if he's low on tires, then that might be what he has to do. But I'll see if I can figure out what he did on that last pit stop. I get back.
Yeah, kind of falling back a little bit now, sitting in P5 as he's getting passed again here. If he can stay in that top 10 and that right behind P5, he's going to look okay. We shall see what happens here.
No. Emery, you know what comes up on this next lap?
I do. And this is your favorite part of the race. We are in our final stage, and we're going to bring the noise.
Yes. My favorite part of the race. As we are about to hit that in 3, 2, 1. Let's bring the noise.
And we are back. Bring the noise. One of my favorite and Brandon's favorite part of the race. Everyone at home, I bet you enjoy that as well. Again, thank you for being here, watching on YouTube, Wheels America Racing Network. We've got quite a show here in Charlotte. It's been a fantastic time. Man, Brandon, that was awesome.
Always awesome. There's no other words to describe it. Just awesome. Just especially if you have like a surround sound. Actually, I'm encouraging people who are fans who are listening. If you don't have a surround sound, go buy one. Go back and watch the replay of this race or any of our races where we have that, and just sit back and just listen. It is such an amazing sound. Makes me feel like I'm there.
Put it on a flat screen TV. If you got a smart TV, get your YouTube pulled up and turn your volume all the way up. People at home might be like, what are you watching? They'll think it's real NASCAR, but hey, that's the way to do it.
Absolutely. So I did want to, since we're back, I did want to kind of touch, get kind of an update on our restart leader, which was Chris Vanderplatz. So the strategy that actually he made was that he actually pitted the caution before the stage end. So he had about 8 laps. Oh, there's a tight razor right there, boys. But he had about 8 laps or so. Oh no! And Dickelberg gets turned. Oh my goodness, what a horrific race for him today, man.
That unit's car has been involved in quite a few things tonight. We shouldn't have mentioned the paint scheme, but we did. And it's not looking the same when it started. Let's see what happened here. 21
got loose.
Right in the back of him. Chris Vanderplatz, we were just talking about him.
Yeah, jeez, man. Well,
curse is
yeah,
real.
I guess I cursed him again. I'm not having a good night with the broadcaster's curse. Apologize, boys.
Well, it happens. It's a real thing. It truly is. If you watch a lot of racing, especially sim racing, it is the real deal. But,
well, I was gonna say that he basically it looked like possibly he was trying to save his tires and maybe had an extra set left. But being that he more than likely will be caused or called for the cause of that caution, then it kind of negates the idea of having fresh tires. So, I don't know. That's oh yeah, looks like they're okay. Looks like we're gonna have to go back. It looks like maybe there's multiple wrecks there.
we only saw the back there, 16 and the 74. I think get collected here. I think they let's take a look.
Oh, there was multiple ones. So the 16 gets yeah. So there's technically 2 wrecks going on at the same time. Oh, interesting. We didn't catch that.
Typically don't see that, but it has happened right now. You got one ahead of there, and then you got the 21 and the 26 involved, and it's almost like at the same time.
That's
huh.
Yeah. Let's see if let's see. All right, as we try to figure out, there's so much stuff going on.
He was leaking oil on the track, because that's
somebody
what it seems like. That necessarily can't happen, but sure, why not tonight at Charlotte?
Let's see what we got here.
Well, as the caution comes out, I'll go down the top 5 real quick. We got number 7, Mark Whitley, in that one position. Matt Fleming. Excuse me. Hold on. We got Nick Silver. Yeah, Nick Silver in the number 9 in the one position. We got Drew In the, is that correct? In the 48? Yep, he's in second. Nick Biddy in the 32. He's in third. Mark Whitley, number 7, he's in fourth. And then we got Brandon 6 in the 66. He's now in fifth. Man, Mark has been so consistent tonight, right in that top 5, hasn't gone anywhere. And Brandon 6 has been creeping up there, staying in that top 10, and now he finds himself in 5th position. A lot of racing left, but it's going to be interesting.
It looks like, and I'm going to backtrack a little bit, and I apologize. So it looks like the ruling was that the wreck was caused by the 74 and 16. So the caution did not come out for the 26 and the 21. So I'll retract that. So my apologies. Looks like for us, it just looked like it happened at the same time. But looks like the actual yellow was for the 74 getting sideways there. So apologize again for that, and glad we got that clarified.
Lily, AJ, you got something on this one?
Yeah, it's weird. It looks like both were simultaneous, but when you went back and saw it, like what I tried to accomplish with the replay, when one wreck started, the other one was yet to form. But overall, I want to give a huge shout out to Harpoon Designs for a lot of these schemes tonight, especially with the Honor Our Heroes line tonight. So kudos to them, great job, and guys, you're doing a wonderful job. We have about 25-ish laps to go. It's just gonna get even hotter at this racetrack. It might be a little cool on the track temp, but the heat's really getting turned up, and a lot of these drivers want to win the race tonight.
Absolutely. 23 laps left here. That is not a lot of laps here at Charlotte. These guys are just continuing to get faster. Man. Also, big shout out to Harpoon Designs. Thank you for the paint schemes on not all of them, but majority of them, and they look fantastic. We are honoring the heroes. Special race. It's been great to be a part of. As pace car is off now, we're gonna go back to green here in Charlotte, and Nick Silver is gonna take away.
Ooh. What a restart.
That 9 car, yeah. Outside lane. Might be the hot ticket.
Absolutely. That, wow. That was a pretty amazing restart there. Oh, and it looked like wrecking in the background again. I think it was a hard shot to the inside wall. Caution's back out again.
Out. Yep.
Like Robert Babcock, 14 is what I'm hearing. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's... Oh! Oh, man. That's... Man. Well...
The madness is starting, Brandon.
Hey,
the sun is down.
I told you.
Thriller is out.
Somebody play the Thriller music. It never fails.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's rock with Meeks here and see if we can see what he's seeing. So he saw him hit the wall. And was there a car on the outside of him? Maybe that's why he cut hard left. Or maybe he got loose as well.
Take a look here.
Yeah, I don't know.
The only thing I can think of is he thought he had a car on the outside of him, and he didn't want to.
Yeah.
Get contact, or he didn't want to check up and get hit from behind, which is things we've seen. But that's strange. It is weird to see.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, honestly, what was... I don't know. Those are one of those things where you gotta know your surroundings. Mix is a good driver, and I know he is. So I mean, it's maybe it was just a small lack of judgment. I'm not sure, but I wasn't expecting that from him. So that was a little interesting.
Yeah, well, I know he's going to be frustrated getting in that contact like that, because that's going to send him back a little bit farther. Not too much damage to that car, but let's see if he can get back up in the pack and work his way back. But he's run out of time. We only have 26 laps to go here at Charlotte, so not very many.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this is possibly the start of the caution fest. This is normally, I hate to be the Debbie Downer, but unfortunately, this is usually what happens. Especially toward the end of these races. Like I said, it's nighttime. It's a lot of grip out there. These guys are absolutely going for it now. And it's just gonna be just hectic going on. I'm hoping I'm wrong, and I do hope that we stay green and we get some great green flag runs here. But I don't know. It's the freaks come out, so we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, we always like to see it caution free at the end of these races, but when this does happen and you're pacing 2 laps, you just got in the groove of it. It seems like these drivers are having a hard time getting back into pace. It's just simple stuff, but we got to keep it clean and make this happen. I think they will. It's just they're aggressive right now. They're trying to work their way up there to get this win. Nick Silver and Drew and Brandon, Nick Biddy up front, they're going to drive okay, but these guys in the back sitting 10, 11, 12, 13, they're trying to get up there and make a run. So you can't blame them, but we don't want to see crazy stuff happen. Brandon, I do hope we see no cautions the rest of this race, but that's that will be told here at Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm with you. I would love to see some green flag runs, to the end and see who can really do something. Or if Mr. Nick Silver, maybe his strategy worked out perfectly. I mean, you have Bowie Esports sitting 1, 2, 3. And Mark Whitley, I believe, is sitting P4. So, and then actually, let's see what they do with the choose. Okay.
Making that choose right here.
Okay.
Top.
It's actually interesting because Nick Silver chose the high side the last restart, and it was like he shot out of a cannon.
Yeah, he got a big one.
So now he chose the bottom this time. Got to be something to the madness. I don't know what it is, but I'm interested to know what it is.
Dude, it is gonna be madness for sure. It's a testament for these drivers up front, especially top 5. Is like, man, you want to get a good run, you want to keep this going, but when you see caution, it's frustrating. It's hard to get, it's hard to get going. These restarts are great. You get a great jump, but then when you get back into this lineup, you don't know what's going to happen. Maybe you won't get that jump and you're sitting in third in no time, and that's frustrating. So,
yeah,
I don't think we'll see that happen. I think we'll see another good run by Nick, but Brandon might think differently and take it on the outside. But I think the caution car is going to come off here. Lights are off. We're going to go back to green shortly at Charlotte.
Scarlet. That works too. Scarlet, Charlotte. It's all the same. All the same.
Either way.
So pace car is coming off. They are coming to the restart zone. And Mr. Nick Silver is off. Doesn't really get the restart like he did last time, but still solid restart.
The inside, he's up front now. A little more traffic. Drew and Brandon battling. Brandon's taking no time on the outside to try to get by Nick Silver. Can he do it? 22 laps to go.
looks like his 66 is clear. It's going to be a battle between the 66 and the 7.
Yeah, Mark Whitley now up front in second.
7 has a run. Caution.
And another caution is out. 3 wide right here.
Oh my goodness.
That looked like a super speedway wreck there. My Atlantis?
I think the 34 has been involved in every single wreck as far as a wrong place, wrong time. Oh,
nothing you can do there. And yeah, that car is going to be done.
Oh, big wreck up there too. We had to go back and see who that was too. Further
Took
up.
out multiple cars. Yikes.
What a hit.
That one's getting towed back. What a tough night for him, man. Seemed like every caution that came out, he was involved somehow, unfortunately. Brandon Fetterplace. Like we had the 21 involved. Chris Vanderplatz, he was up there creeping, now is involved in this wreck. Like he had nowhere to go. Take another look. He was in the wall early. And little hit there. Caught up.
And those are some big hits. Man, that's just unfortunate for all those guys involved, and especially coming to the end. But we're gonna head off to commercial, say hello to our sponsors, and we'll be back in a few.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
We are back here at Charlotte. We just had a caution. Too bad to see, but you know, fighting, trying to get position. Hopefully, we can keep it green the rest of this way, because for the most part of the night, it's been great racing. It's been very competitive. It's been clean, but you know, 18 laps to go now. So, Brandon, what do you expect out of these guys moving forward?
No cares given. These, the gloves are off and they're swinging. They're just at this point. You know, it's been a long race. We've had some great racing. You know, it's just, you know, coming to the end. We always have a little bit of caution fest. So, you know, if these boys could just kind of get separated from each other and just go, I think we'll be good. But pace car is off, and Brandon 6 is going to lead to the restart box. And they are off. Green flag is back out. Great restart. About 6-6 on the outside.
Yep.
Something about that outside restarts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Every time. Mark Whitley now chasing him down. One guy we haven't talked about a lot tonight is Frankie. He's in third now.
Hey.
Don't down him out.
Oh, you never count out Frankie. I mean, Frankie is one of those guys, or young man, I should say. But Frankie is the type of person that, man, like, you kind of forget. Oh, back on the caution again.
We are slowing it back down once again as the caution came out. We go back and take a look what happened this time.
No, that wasn't it. I don't think so.
Maybe in front of that. We had a guy go through the grass down low, but we had a slow car down below right there in front of the pits, maybe?
Let's see.
Oh, there it is.
Oh. Dang, the 16 involved again. Back to back for him. Oh my goodness.
Some
of
these
chatter. Guys are just wrong place, wrong time.
A lot of chatter down on the racetrack, and it's just they're not happy. And
no,
and it should be sometimes here, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it looks like the 19 all that Ford, which for the folks at home that don't know what that means is basically they exit out of the sim very quickly, and pretty much goes back to their desktop. So, there's really nothing you can really do about that. It's not really something that a lot of leagues like for drivers to do, because if there's any penalties or anything like that, then they're basically avoiding those penalties. So, that I can tell you what, that'll definitely be looked at after the race, and I'm pretty sure further penalties might be put on some drivers.
I think 19 was just a little too close and had some contact there. Man, this has been a little bit of a caution fest. The end of this race. We knew they were going to come out, but this is getting a little excessive. Guys up front are still there. Brandon 6 and Mark Whitley. I just, if I'm a guy up front, I'd be so frustrated. I want to get some green laps and get a feel for what's going to happen, because if we go down to 5 laps, you don't really know. You can't get that idea of how this is going to end and what guys are trying to do, and that for me would be so frustrating.
Yeah. And it's usually rule of thumb, which is kind of crazy. But the rule of thumb actually is, depending on the track, after so many laps, you do not pit. Except because you can have these situations, and pitting can, pitting can make or break a race. So I'm not surprised by a lot of these guys staying out. And some of these guys are on really, really old tires. Some people from the middle of the pack have probably came down and taken tires. So if it ever goes green, If it goes green, then it's those guys up front are gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, and we're getting real close. We see another caution. I don't think anyone pits. I think they just ride it out and see how it unfolds, because, you know, once we go back green, we're looking at 10 laps to go, and caution comes out with 5 there. They're just going to ride it out. So I don't know. This has been interesting, to say the least. But, man, I wish I had Frankie Barroso up there circled today, because he's in P3, and that is one guy that we know can battle through and get a win here. He probably is sitting in a perfect position. Hey, and shout out to number 39, Joseph. He's in that P4.
Yeah, for sure. And then you got my guy. I picked him. Hopefully nothing happens again. But the 88 Matt Fleming, he is sitting P5, so he's still got a shot to do a three-peat, man. That would be pretty darn cool if he can do a three-peat, especially at this high competition of competitors.
Sure, absolutely. My guy, don't forget about my guy, Joshua, the 75. He started 17th, now looking at 7th. So he's in the mix. Nick Silver, one of the guys here up front, he's in the top 10. He's hitting 6th. Started grid 20th. So that's a testament to get through all the madness. And with 10 laps to go, I think he's in the running. He's in the money. So that is fun. Michael Lanfear started 35th, now sitting 9th. Top 10. He's in that 13 car. A lot of guys with the capabilities of doing it tonight here in Charlotte. Thank you guys all for watching on YouTube, Wheels America Racing Network. We appreciate you being here. This has been a great race at Charlotte on Thursday for the Cup Series.
We're going to be restarting with 11 laps to go, boys and girls. Can we go green? That is the big question. If we go green, can Brandon Six hold off Mark Whitley? Or hold off Andrew, I'm sorry, not Andrew. Can he hold off Frankie Barroso or Joseph Millie or Matt Fleming? It's a couple of new guys kind of showing up front. So it's gonna be it's time to attack.
It is time to attack. They've been attacking all night. Can we keep it green here in Charlotte? We will find out. But the pace car's off, and we are gonna go green again. That green flag is out. See if we can keep it that way, and who's going to come up with a win tonight. 11 laps to go, and Brandon Six is out front, outside. Frankie's right there as well, following behind, trying to pass Mark Whitley on the inside. Side by side. They go into 3 and 4. Brandon out front. Now Mark's in 2nd. Frankie in 3rd. Making a push.
7's going. He's going to see if he can pinch him down.
Great racing out front. Mark Whitley. Yeah, Mark Whitley on the outside now. Can he get the pass? It looks like he may.
I can't tell from this angle. Side by side.
They're side by side. Frankie's trying to figure out where he's going to go. Is he going to go low or high? We cross now. Going to be 9 laps to go. We are still green here at Charlotte.
Cleared
Single file. Cleared him. Mark's in front. Now Brandon's going to go in the inside. Trying to make the pass.
Oh. This is great racing.
This is what we like to see. Brandon Six now back on the inside. Pass Mark Whitley. Does he get him? I think Mark holds him off. Oh, and Brandon turned in the grass. No caution yet. 8 laps to go. He's coming back on the track. Keeps it clean. Unbelievable. Mark Whitley now in front, followed by Frankie in the 12 car. Holy cow, Brandon.
Can Frankie do anything? that opens the door for Frankie. If Frankie's gonna do something, he needs to do it now. Because the longer he waits, the hotter those tires get, the harder it's gonna be to pass. So he's gonna do it. He got to do it now.
Got to do it now. Mark Whitley, Frankie Barroso, Joseph Mealy, 39 in the third spot. Matt Fleming right behind, trying to make a move as well in the 88. Is anybody going to catch Mark? He's been solid all night. 6 laps to go as they cross. And Frankie's pushing hard. Frankie is trying to get by Mark right now. He does not want to let him take off.
Man, it looks like Frankie is just trying to figure out like what lane to take, which way to go.
Frankie has been fast, making his way up here. Now when he's in a top 5 position, sitting second now, he's trying to make a move. And I think he might be faster than Mark.
It's a possibility. I mean, it does look like he's faster, especially on the straightaway. So it looks like Mark is. Did you see him swerving there? He's trying to break the draft, but I don't know. Is Frankie saving anything? Yeah, you guys think he's just chilling for right now? I mean, he's still got 5 laps to go. Don't want to show your cards yet.
Yeah, he's catching him right now, right on his tail. 4 laps to go now. Looks like Frankie's not going as far inside as Mark. Yeah, they're right there.
It's loose.
Almost touching the wall there as well. That's going to give up time by Mark. Now Joseph and Matt Fleming making runs. They are right behind. Three laps to go in Charlotte. We've got a race, ladies and gentlemen.
We got an amazing race. Let's just stay green, please. I want to see this finish.
Yes, Joshua in 75 goes way high in the back there. Mark still trying to break the draft.
All right. Coming to 2 to go. If you're going to do something, you got to do it now.
Single file, 2 to go. Can Frankie do it? He is chasing down Mark, but just can't catch him.
Looks like he can hit the bottom. Looks like he missed the bottom in 1 and 2. I don't know. A good run there in 3 and 4.
It seems like he's making up time right here as we are on our final lap in Charlotte.
Oh, he might have a run here. If he gets off the corner good, Frankie could have a good run. Oh, he's staying with him. Is he going to throw it in there?
Frankie making a move. Got to do it now to pass Mark to get this win at Charlotte. I'm not sure it's going to happen. Oh, Frankie gets a little loose. Mark's going to take the win. Frankie in second. Joseph in third. Still going. Bye.
Well, congratulations to Mark Whitley on being able to hold off a fast charging Frankie. Good. Wow.
And that is a great finish to a long race, but it was well worth the wait. Mark held him off. Frankie was pushing so good.
What a finish.
Fantastic finish, and what a testament to all these drivers, man. 2 hours in the car. This is a long race, but it's like I said, it's been a great time. Well worth it. And soon here we will get Mark in the car to give him an interview.
All right.
And actually, I think we're going to bring him in right now, Brandon. Do you want to have a word with him?
Yeah, let me see if I can run down run down all these tests to go to them. Let's see if we can get them. Mark Whitley, you got me, sir.
Yeah, gotcha.
Congratulations on your win, sir. You had a hard driver, Frankie Barroso, trying to take that win away from you, but you was able to hold on to it. Tell us how you got it done.
Yeah, it was really crazy. Me and Brandon there at the end, I figured me and him both were like pretty much tit for tat. I was a little bit better on the short run. He was a little bit better on the long run, and kind of worked in our favor. We got all those cautions, so I could just kind of push it as much as I wanted to, and got a really good run off of 2. Was able to get to his outside, and he gave it to me. And I knew if I could hold him down there, it'd probably wear his stuff off a little bit, and I could get a run off the corner. And I think one time we went down the corner, and we were so tight on each other. I think he washed up and we kind of doored, and I think it sent him through the grass. And after that point, I just kind of ran like hell, just trying to stay in front of Frankie, because I knew there was a couple times he got to run down the front straightaway, and I was like, oh, is he going to go low or high? And I tried to put the car in the middle where he couldn't really go anywhere, but I started trying to break the draft on the back straightaway, and it seemed to help a little bit. And I was honestly just trying to count down the laps and get to that checkered flag, because I feel like I've had so much stuff go wrong for us toward the end of these races that I finally glad something went right for us.
Mark, congratulations tonight, man. I don't have much questions or any questions. I just want to say good racing. You were so consistent. You started second. You finished now the winner. Man, good job. You want to thank your sponsors real quick before you get out of here?
Yeah, I gotta give a big shout out Brantley putting together this awesome paint scheme. I know had the same paint scheme in the trucks and really wanted to take it to the victory lane. Had my both my grandfathers on the truck. Wasn't able to do it Tuesday. It was kind of a letdown. Felt kind of disappointed in myself this time. I was going to do everything I knew how to bring it home. It's extra special having them on the truck. I know, unfortunately, I only have one that's still with us, but I hope the other one's sitting there. If they got internet in heaven, I hope he's watching, because that was for Papa, and I don't know, this other one for Granddaddy. I know I don't know.
Well, Mark, special win for you then tonight. Thank you for their service. We appreciate you being here tonight. Congratulations, and man, good luck to the rest of the season. We can't ask more from you, and we will talk with you later.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Cool win for him, man. Mark Whitley right there on board. Who are we going to bring in next, Brandon?
See if we can get Frankie.
Yeah.
See if we can get him on here.
Pretty much.
All right, so I've caught up with Frankie Barroso, our second place finisher. Hard charger. Man, so close. What did you need to kind of get to take that win from him?
I needed probably. I think I need to roll the top a little bit better, but I'm happy. I kind of figured with Mark Whitley out front, 10 to go, it's going to be hard to beat him, especially, Clean Air was king here. And if you didn't have an advantage on tires, then, it's not going to work. Unless Mark made a mistake, I wasn't going to get him.
Frankie, good job all night, man. It seemed like you just creeped your way all the way up to the P2. I know you wanted the win, but I think your patience paid off to get to where you're at now. Mark was fast. I don't have any questions tonight. I just want to say congratulations on your second place finish. And do you want to thank your sponsors real quick?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Emery. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, AJ. For putting the show on. Hopefully everybody at home, watched a great race. I'd like to also thank Flagship Motorsports, all my teammates. I'm super freaking happy that the boy Joseph Mealy finally got the finish he deserves. And just the whole team's been working hard. And yeah, congrats to Mark.
All right, man. Well, thank you for being here and having a chat with us. We will see you next week. Again, thank you, and have a good night.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Brandon, are we going to bring one more in tonight here?
Yes, sir. We're gonna try to see if we can get Millie on board. All right, so I have caught up with Joseph Millie. Congratulations, sir, on your P3. Did you have anything for them to try to get that win?
No, I don't think I had much. Gave it all I had, and just wanted to come home with a good finish for once in the Cup Series, and that's what I did. So, really satisfied with third.
Joseph, you did a great job tonight, man. You started in 5th, finished 3rd. You were in the mixed all night. I love the paint scheme. We're doing this for Honor the Heroes, and you showed up and you raced well. Did you, at one point in time, did you make any mistakes tonight that you're going back and saying, man, I wish I would have changed something, or is that not the case? Because you did finish good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't remember what car it was, but the first caution there, well, it was for me. I got stuck behind him, and I made a mistake trying to get around him. I spun my tires and wrecked myself. Yeah, and then ran into somebody under caution. It was my own worst enemy there the first 80 laps. But, you just got to settle back into a rhythm, get your head together, and fight forward, and that's what I did. I got to represent our team well, and I think I did that tonight, 2, 3, 4. So happy to be a part of it.
Fantastic, and congratulations. Next week we're going to Homestead, so you got to get ready for that. But tonight, celebrate, and we will see you next week. We appreciate you stopping by so we can give you some questions, and we'll see you then.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it. And shout out to my grandparents who are watching, Flagship Motorsports, and all my friends. Appreciate all you guys. Thanks for hosting the broadcast.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
Shout out to the grandparents if you're watching here on the broadcast and YouTube. Brandon, man, we cannot be upset about tonight. The finish throughout the whole race was fantastic and so much fun to watch.
Well, absolutely. I mean, from the changing of from watching the sun go down, which is, on its own, a very, very pretty thing to look at. But to watch these guys kind of, try to figure out the track of the track change, again, we watch in the very beginning, Mark Whitley gets really, really loose, does an amazing save. And that's probably what helps him get the win, because if he wrecks that car, I'm pretty sure he doesn't hold off the win. But it was a lot of fun to sit here and watch these guys, some of the best in the business, be able to go and transition from a day race into a night race, and knowing that the track is going to change. You have your driving ability and your driving way that you drive on the track has to change as well. So being able to sit back and watch all that and watch these guys was a lot of fun. Even though we had a couple cautions, it still put on a great race. So shout out to the drivers out there for getting it done tonight.
Yeah, they really did get it done, especially Mark Whitley finishing in first. Frankie did a great job. He's in second, and Joseph Mealing in 39 in third. See him up there in the top 3 is great to see. Charlotte Motorsports Speedway. Wow, thank you for all the action you gave us, and thank you to all the drivers tonight too. It's been a great race, and hey, Honor the Heroes, man. That you saw the Navy car on that last one. You saw all the paint schemes. It has been so cool and so special for some of these drivers. We will see you next week at Homestead, and for right now, have a good night, and thank you for tuning in.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.